Anytime an NFL quarterback gets paid, the expectations rise and the need to win rises as well. But when a team trades for a quarterback they feel is top 5, those increase much more. That's exactly what the Denver Broncos did this past offseason. They traded away a lot of draft capital and talent to acquire the disgruntled quarterback stuck in Seattle. The Broncos decided to give that quarterback a $250 million contract to add to the pressure. In addition, the team gave the quarterback a top 5 defense that has allowed 19, 12, 10, and 9 points to start the year. A $250 million quarterback coupled with a top defense should be a recipe for winning, but in Denver, it's added up to a 2-4 record. It feels like the talk of the NFL through the first 6 weeks of the season has been about the Denver Broncos. After all, they have made most of our eyes bleed after every primetime game they play. The Denver Broncos were supposed to be one of the best teams in the NFL's best division, but so far they don't even look like a playoff team, and Russell Wilson doesn't look like a top 15 NFL quarterback, despite being paid like he is top 3. In today's video, we're going to look at what is wrong with the Denver Broncos, how Russell Wilson might not be good anymore, and how Nathaniel Hackett has not helped the situation at all. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach, and welcome to the Double Move Football channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'll help grow the Double Move Football family here on YouTube. Now, let's get into it. After the Week 6 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, the Denver Broncos offense is averaging a whopping 15.1 points per game. Russell Wilson is completing less than 60% of his passes. He has thrown for less than 220 yards in 3 of the 6 games to start the season and has an 83.4 passer rating while throwing just 5 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. But being on a new team can be tough, especially when you add a new head coach and a new play caller to the mix. Things are expected to be rough to start the season and smooth out as the year goes along. So far, the ride is rougher than ever. Wilson hasn't looked like the quarterback of old. He struggled to get the offense in any kind of rhythm, missing wide open throws, failing to adjust protection across the line, and much more that I won't rant about in this video. After the Thursday night football game against the Indianapolis Colts, the Broncos and Russell Wilson hit rock bottom, or so we thought. 2 interceptions in the loss to the Colts was one of the worst games I have ever laid my eyes on as a football fan. Adding to the scars, Russ missed KJ Hamler on a wide open slant to win the game and decided he'd rather stare down Courtland Sutton than make another read. Hamler then proceeded to do this. And that brings me to my next point, and I have to talk about it because it's something you can't get away from on the internet. But Russell Wilson is the cringiest quarterback in the entire NFL. It makes the entire situation going on in Denver much worse. His teammates seem fed up with him, the media clowns on him, and he chose to say, "Broncos country, let's ride," after throwing 2 interceptions and scoring 9 points in a loss. It's gotten to the point that past teammates of Russ are speaking out, and Richard Sherman and Marshawn Lynch recently talked about how they had to reach out to Russ's manager in order to talk to him at all.
They'll reach out to it.
You know it
his
ain't
manager.
that. You know it ain't. Man, come on. You direct nigga, then I ain't calling you, especially if I done went to war with you.
This may have little to do with how Russ is playing on the field, but how are you supposed to be a team guy when you're sending a middleman to talk to your teammates? Like, come on, dude. Everyone can see straight through the BS you are trying to sell them. He comes off as a fake leader, someone doing too much and trying to be too optimistic. It's time to cut the charade and figure out how to win football games and be a good teammate. Okay, I got my Russell Wilson hate out of the way. Now let's turn our attention to Nathaniel Hackett, the Dumbo that has been running this clown show. To start his tenure as the Broncos head coach, he has been downright awful. Denver is undisciplined and they're bad in multiple phases of the game. Unlike Russ, the Broncos aren't tied to Hackett at all. This ownership didn't hire him, his contract can just be paid and have no effect on the salary cap. He's made awful game time management decisions. He started off the season by kicking a 60+ yarder rather than giving his quarterback a chance. Actually, that kind of seems like a good choice looking at it now. There's just been so many things that aren't going right for him and this team right now. If the Broncos don't make the playoffs and keep looking like this, I would expect Hackett to be fired after just 1 season as a head coach because he's just been terrible. Now, Broncos fans or haters, whichever one is still here watching this video, the most frustrating part for the team this year has to be how well the defense has played up to this point. And yes, I said frustrating because it feels like all of that talent is just wasting away. Through the first 6 weeks, they have given up less than 20 points 5 of 6 games, yet still sit at 2-4. The Broncos have one of the NFL's best defenses with one of the NFL's most incompetent offenses. A recipe that is guaranteed to make your blood boil. So, where are the Broncos right now? Well, in deep shit. Wilson doesn't look like he's getting on track. Hackett looks like he should be coaching a JV team somewhere out in Idaho, and the defense will continue to make plays and hope they can hold teams to less than 3 points to give the offense a chance. If you're a Broncos fan or Broncos hater, let me know down in the comments below. What will their record be when this is all said and done? Will they get back on track, or are they who they are? Head down there, drop a comment, a like on this video, and make sure to subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.